Smith,
barn.
I'm gonna check this.
I see it. I got a shot on it.
Check these barns here.
Take it. Nice. Alright, we'll clear this red house first.
Got a bunch of dogs here, just take them out. Oh, watch out. Oh, shit.
Oh, on the stairs. Check the bathroom.
Moving
Clear.
upstairs.
Right.
I'm right behind you.
Watch out, there's walls everywhere. Watch your arms.
There's a safe in here. Upstairs is clear.
What's the level? 0, I can do
How
that.
was that?
Oh, you have the
Yeah, I have that perk.
typewriter, you need screws?
Oh yeah, I do.
Alright, house clear, huh?
Yes, sir.
On to the next one.
Yes, sir.
We didn't come in here, did we?
Right, let's clear this barn here.
Copy that.
Alright, we'll take the blue house.
I'll go to the right. See
Behind you.
dog. Down.
I'm moving up the stairs.
Roach.
Behind you.
We should take that for Bodie to cook up. And rat roaches.
We're clear.
Alright, moving up.
On your
If
6.
there's anything good.
Roach. Another roach. Easy enough. Bathroom clear.
Barn's clear.
Alright, all clear.
Right.
Anyone got bit up too badly?
There's a house over here.
You guys got bit.
No.
We cleared the 2 big houses.
What about this house?
Not yet.
Alright.
Oh, we're clear.
It's a red axe if anybody needs it.
And a machete. Ugh.
Alright, let's head out and
It's a big ass chest piece you got right there, Sergeant.
Gotta stay well protected.
Watch your
That's
left.
not
I
fat
see
than
some
my
shooting to the
normal one bit of dust a couple
Okay,
of missions
hold on.
ago.
freeze.
Blood eagles to our left.
Hold. Yeah, I see them. Did they see us?
Taking cover.
So,
I've got a shot on one.
Right.
Keep eyes
Can
on
we
that
take
turret.
out that turret first? Take out that turret
Another.
first.
I got it.
Take out the turret.
Eyes down.
Open fire on him.
There was
Move
one
up
more. I don't
slowly,
know where he
slowly.
went.
Stay low. Stay low.
I got a shot.
alright.
Are there any more?
I don't know.
29
Moving in.
98.
Behind you.
Let's see if we can get a scout ahead, Sergeant Bordy, if you get up on the sort of grass
Copy that.
and just look around, see if you can see any hostiles or anything. We'll be going to Clancy Manor soon, which is known as a known cult area.
Ugh.
Can't see
I
anything.
remember that.
I'm scoping out into the distance.
Yeah, you boys had many run-ins with the cult before.
The road ahead is clear.
With you at Point Pleasant, that was all I need.
Freaky stuff. You know, some people are saying they see real versions of the Mothman.
I
I've
don't
heard
know if
about
I
these
believe it.
rumors.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I see a fire up ahead.
I heard he
Yeah,
shows up
that'll
at the
be
lighthouse
folks, I
every now and
reckon.
then.
Right, Captain, you take lead on this one.
Copy that. Oh shit,
Oh, watch out.
got a fisher sight.
Do not
What
fall
is
into
this?
that.
I've not seen one of these before.
Ugh.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
you might
of
wanna,
radiation.
might wanna pop a rat exorcism.
I'm gonna circle left around it.
Ugh.
The rads can go away.
You got a scope on that rifle there, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if there's anybody in that camp over there.
I'm spotting one right now.
Yeah, I can. I've already got eyes on one.
Y'all have y'all have a shot?
I do.
I don't.
You want me
Hold
to
for
take
now.
it?
Not yet. Take a closer look. Let's see, one sitting down. That's the only one I can see. Standing up. Take a shot if you have it. Corporal?
I'm just moved closer towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna take this guy out. Oh, nice. There's one sleeping, waking up. I got that. See anybody else?
Nope.
No. There's two.
Not from where I'm at. I'm seeing another camp to the southeast.
Yeah, let's clear the camps before we move on to the house.
Copy that.
Freaky. Look at all this shit, man.
Careful, I see one on the bridge over there.
Copy that.
Sniper, got a shot. Take it.
I see one up on the bridge, yeah, too.
There's one right in front of me. Yeah, there he is.
One on the...
On the top, he's aiming his gun.
Yeah.
He's looking around.
I got him.
So one right next to the fire pit.
I've got him. There's another one to the left of
Smith
it.
and Booty, y'all want to clear that camp?
Okay, I
Copy
can.
that.
Yep.
I'll
Well,
keep
let
an
me
eye on the
see.
house.
Said.
Got eyes on one.
Open
Second
fire.
floor porch.
Camp's clear.
Good. Group on us. I suggest we see if this house has a back door and go in there. There's one right there next
I
to
see
the
him.
car.
I've got him. I've got him.
Nicely done.
Where his wings flutter,
I'm hearing
I'm
one
hearing
more.
more inside.
and I will not fear the darkness of
All the windows are boarded up. I'm not seeing anything.
Not seeing anything outside. Well, there's another camp.
I see one at the
I see one in front of the fire, one to the right of the fire.
Yep.
Smith and
Yep.
Anders, you want to clear the camp?
Right,
Yep.
follow me. I
On
will
your
move
six,
around the tree
Sergeant.
line.
Keep
Mommy,
on.
You know, I forget I'm higher ranked than you. If you want to stay behind this tree, I'll move up and you can cover me.
Alright.
Hear voices inside.
One down. Other down.
Oh,
Hey,
guys.
comes clear. We're clear,
Smith.
we're clear.
Is back. I'm just conscious he might not be around for long. Should we go back?
Walker.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Alright, everybody here. Corporal Smith. Here's Rise.
Corporal Walker.
Or Walker. Damn it. Thank you, Sergeant. Corporal, you're here today on this court-martial. You're being accused of murder, treason, terrorism, and assaults. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
The accounts of murder were on Sergeant Seek and allegedly several Brotherhood of Steel soldiers. Treason by betraying the faction, by conspiring with Captain Garrison. Terrorism on planning on killing the governor with Captain Garrison. And assaults on beating several of your own soldiers. Do you plead guilty or not guilty to the charge of murder?
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty or not guilty on treason?
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty on terrorism?
Not guilty.
Guilty or not guilty on assaults?
Guilty.
Thank you. You may be seated. Alright, Corporal. You, let's go over the events one by one and hear your side about it. We'll start with treason. You pleaded not guilty, correct? Betraying the faction.
Pleaded guilty to that.
Terrorism, you plead not guilty.
That's correct.
You were not planning on killing the governor with Captain Garrison. Correct?
Captain Garrison, we had talked about it, but I was not going to follow through with it. But I guess you would say he had planned for me to.
You were not planning to go along with those orders of Captain Garrison.
No, Captain.
Let's talk about the murder then.
Yes,
You want to walk us through it? How you murdered the Brotherhood soldiers?
it began on a patrol back from Flatwoods. We arrived back at base, and me and the captain set back out. He told me to follow him. As soon as we arrived to the outpost, he began opening fire. I didn't begin opening fire until the captain had been hit by some bullets by the Brotherhood, but I did end up killing one of them and the captain killing the other.
Sorry, who started firing?
Captain did, sir.
Captain initiated.
Yes.
So you kind of got pulled into it, you would say?
I would say so. I feared for his life. After these events I believe Sergeant Zeke went to explore what had happened and had found the bodies. It was then that the captain called me into his office, told me that Zeke needed to be dealt with, and I dealt with him in Charleston, right by the Capitol building.
And you willingly went along with this? You didn't object or addressed it to another superior?
No, I did not. I followed through with it.
Knowing that you would be potentially get court-martialed for that?
Yes.
Were you afraid of repercussions from the captain if you didn't follow through with this?
I was also afraid of that too. If he was gonna do it to somebody else, I wouldn't be too surprised if he did to me.
Okay, thank you. And then the treason, betraying the faction. Tell us about that.
I guess you'd say me and the captain got close, and I guess I let him talk his way into more than what I should have, but most of it was on me for following through with some of the stuff, even if I didn't agree with it. But I guess you would say I conspired, but it was mostly the captain getting me to do his dirty work.
So again, I would probably be afraid of the repercussions, you would think.
Yes.
Did he threaten you with anything if you didn't go along?
He did not directly say that he would hurt me, but he said he would say he never knew anything about it and would deal with me, whatever came up.
Thank you. And how about the assaults then? Beating up soldiers?
Yes, before Private Impala passed away, the captain ordered me to beat him after he disrespected the captain, and I followed through with it. I believe Bodie was there, and I believe also Sergeant Smith and multiple others were witnesses.
They were there for during the assaults.
Yes, that was just one assault say.
Alright, thank you, Corporal. Does anybody have any questions? Sergeant Bodie, Captain Callahan? Questions for the accused?
Nothing so far.
How come you didn't report any of this to a superior officer?
He was the highest ranking officer on base. I didn't believe if I did tell somebody, that help would arrive before he knew about it.
I find it very bizarre that, or very much of a coincidence that now, once the captain is dead, do you choose to do the right thing?
I never did the right thing in the first place. I'm just facing my repercussions for what I done. I did some fucked up shit.
No further questions.
No further questions. I'd like to call Sergeant Smith as a witness.
Yes, sir.
Step up front, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do swear.
What can you tell us about these assaults on soldiers?
Well, I can tell you that I witnessed the incident Corporal Walker has just referenced. Before we deployed on a mission, Private Impala, I believe, made some objections to perhaps the language used by the captain or an order he had given. The specifics of what he had disagreed with didn't matter. It was the fact that he had disagreed at all. The captain retorted with vicious, quite accusatory language for asking the corporal to step forward and show him how things were done in the 76th, which he proceeded to beat Private Impala incessantly until he was floored and had to be tended to medically by myself and Private Lonesome.
Alright, thank you, Sergeant. Do you know anything about these other charges that we just presented?
Being murder and treason?
Correct.
Well, I was present when Captain Garrison gave Corporal Walker the orders, or at least started discussing the ideas of assassinating the governor. I had originally been waiting outside with, I believe, Corporal Landers and a few other men ready for deployment. I had seen that Captain Garrison had pulled Corporal Walker for a talk, which at this point I knew was probably not in my best interests, and generally I thought, given high tensions at the time, I should muscle in and see what happened. I walked into the office and lurked in the corridor, only to hear Captain Garrison discussing that after war with the Brotherhood ended, Governor Shelby would visit, assumingly to hand out medals or to congratulate people, at which point he told Corporal Walker that he would be directly pulling the trigger in killing the governor.
The corporal would.
The corporal in this plan laid out, the corporal himself would be the one to kill Governor Shelby. And while I can't say I heard Corporal disagreeing with this, I also could sense some form of unease. Generally, it was, given my proximity to the conversation, it was hard to decipher anything concrete, but it definitely felt as though Captain Garrison was certainly pushing an idea on the corporal, perhaps something he wasn't really prepared to give his own thoughts on. As for the murder of Sergeant Zeke, I mean, the whole story has been laid out, I believe, multiple times now. I was aware of what Sergeant Zeke had gone out for to find some evidence against Captain Garrison. I'll also note that while I was imprisoned on base, while Sergeant Zeke was out and Corporal Walker was out finding him, the captain gloated and boasted in front of my cell that Zeke would be killed, which to me suggests that the plan was perhaps not to arrest him, but to eliminate him as a threat altogether. That's all I have.
Alright, well, thank you, Sergeant. Any questions from the captain or Sergeant Bodie? For Sergeant Smith?
No further questions.
Sergeant, what would you say about his character? About Walker's character here?
Corporal Walker's character? I would say, generally, Corporal Walker's been quite a straight shooter. He's always been very objective based, very loyal soldier. However, it was clear from early days serving beside him in the 51st that he was susceptible to persuasion. There was an infiltration in camp, as I'm sure you know, where Corporal Walker was sort of coerced into taking chems by an infiltrator. I'd also note that Corporal Walker did seem to be distanced from the rest of the men in the 51st, and when we came to the 76th, it was no different. He lacked the air of friendliness that we all seem to have with each other, and was generally more distance, I suppose.
Got it. No further questions.
Thank you.
Alright, well, thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Bodie, I'd like to call you as a witness. Would you please step up front? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
What can you tell us about these events with the assaults since you were witness there?
As far as it goes, the day of Sergeant Zeke's death, I was off base. I was actually over in Camp McClintock taking some training, and it was only upon my arrival back to the base that I heard that Corporal Walker was out to retrieve Zeke, and then it was after when I was incarcerated myself for being off base, and I heard the whole conversation from Sergeant Smith over here, who was doused in chems inside of the cell, talking about how Sergeant Zeke was going to be murdered, that there's nothing that we could do, that we're gonna be next. That is about the extent of what I can tell you.
And why were you arrested?
I was arrested for being off base at the time.
For just being off base.
Yes, that is correct. By the captain.
Thank you, Sergeant. Do you have any questions, Captain?
No questions.
Does Corporal Anders have anything to add to this? If you do, please step up front.
Not really, sir. Just about him hitting Private and Paula. That's all that I've seen.
Nothing different than from what we've already heard?
No, sir.
Alright, thank you. Am I forgetting anything, Captain? Or should we
No, I think we'll go down and
discuss?
deliberate now.
Alright.
Sergeant Corporal, if you keep an eye on him.
Yes, sir. Close the door behind you, buddy.
Not appropriate.
Alright, Corporal Walker, please rise. Since you pleaded guilty to most of the charges, we are going along with those, since those were pretty obvious. The only charge you pleaded not guilty on was terrorism, and the panel decided 2-1 guilty. All other charges were unanimous guilty, 3-0. As punishment, we decided you are to be put to death for that. For killing an officer, Brotherhood soldiers, innocents, and assaulting fellow soldiers. And the fact that you didn't speak up after the captain got killed doesn't help your case. Do you have any words? Sorry. Captain?
No. It's fine. I just wanted to say something on it.
Yeah.
So, Corporal, I just wanted to say that it's clear to me that you were never going to come forward with any of this information, and I have no doubt in my mind that you would have carried out the act of assassinating the governor. And I think you're a dangerous individual, and I don't think having you around in society is good for anyone. Certainly not in my division. And I hope you know that when you're killed, You won't be buried along with your fallen comrades. You'll be left in a ditch where you belong. No further comments from me.
Sergeant, you want to say anything?
Nothing other than I'm just disappointed.
As we probably all are. Do you have a final plea, Corporal?
I do not.
Well, if nobody else has anything, I suggest we carry out with the sentencing.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Smith, I think you and the corporal can take care of this. I'll follow you into the woods towards the cabin. If you
Yes, sir.
want to join, you can.
I think we're all going.
Ooh, I can't leave.
Is everybody here?
Yes, sir.
Be honest. Does this trash make me smell bad?
Corporal, I never met you, but I have one question. Why would you do all of this? Why would you do all of this to yourself?
Just a guy who follows others, sir. Didn't really have a purpose for all this.
It sounds like you never had a purpose. I mean, you're a soldier, and this is how you're going out. Do you not see how sad that is?
I do.
I'm angry because I'm disappointed, and I'm saddened. We've executed 2 soldiers here within the space of days. You won't even get a burial.
I will put a bullet in both of them too.
I believe this well deserved.
Smith, you were friends with Sergeant Zeke, right?
So yeah, he was closest thing I had to a brother out here.
Do you want to do this yourself, or do you want the corporal to assist you?
I mean, with all due respect, Anders, I think it might be appropriate for me to handle it myself.
I was friends with Zeke too.
I'm gonna stand
that's-
right here, Corporal.
Corporal, why don't you look me in the eyes?
He's no longer corporal. He's just
Wait till
Walker.
the captain issues you the order to fire. Do you want to say anything else before this happens?
Any last words, Walker?
No, Captain. Don't be stupid.
Alright, Sergeant Smith, whenever you're ready. Is that one personal, Corporal Anders?
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't even move his body anyway. I would just leave it out here for the crows to pick it.
Yes, Captain.
mean, there was a time where he was... Me, him, and the rest of us, we were thick as thieves, you know?
I've got you drunk as well, Smith. Walker, sorry.
Huh?
Well, what's done with now? He's dead.
Ugh. What do you make of that, Anders?
I didn't even realize you never met the Corporal Captain.
You know,
I don't even know what to say.
we come full circle now, I guess.
Yeah. 2 executions within the span of a week.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I felt a bit sad for, Private Impala.
I did too.
I mean, I guess I did for Walker as well, but maybe for
It
a
was
version
different for Walker.
like it was, you know, I'm sad I had to put down a version of Walker that I served a long time ago.
From what I read in its file and from the case itself, Walker was a highly manipulative character. I would probably go as far to say as he was a general psychopath. The fact that he could beat his own soldiers and kill people so unremorsefully,
I mean,
and the fact that he killed his own sergeant that he'd served with just as long as he'd served under the captain.
I mean, you gotta
He served as a
understand,
sergeant longer.
me and,
Well, he has, yeah.
he must have owed Sergeant Zeke his life, at least several times. He probably owed me and Sergeant Bodie a few as well, but he really just...
Personally glad that people like him are wiped off this earth. I'm sorry, I don't have much sympathizers for people like that.
You lose, Screws.
I don't blame you, sir.